Buttervision.
Hey, it's Bama in the Butterverse. JD, where are you going? What are you doing?
I'm training. You know it's important for the challenge.
Gosh, well, forget him then. I got some good things I'm bringing up in our show after the challenge, and he's going to be mad about it, but we're talking about it. And I need your input. What are you doing? What is wrong with you?
Dehydrated like D, man. Give me some water.
Dehydrated after like 15 seconds? Get up. Nobody needs any water.
Bam in the Butterverse.
Yeah.
What up? Welcome back, television land or internet land or like people in this camera.
I love you, whoever you
Hot up in her after all that exercise. Shoot, I need to cool down for a minute, y'all.
Just seriously, maybe you shouldn't have smoked whatever that was right before.
I don't know what you're talking about. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Bama in the Butterverse, your girlfriend's favorite challenge recap show. I promise you that. My girl Kristi here. Let's get right into some big breaking news I have.
Oh, let's hear it.
Yeah. New tentative cast lists are now being leaked out for season 35.
For real?
Yes. So, and of course they're not fully official, but they're starting to sound more and more official. We're gonna, at the end of the show, we're gonna talk about some of the people that I'm hearing are coming.
So stay tuned for that.
Now I want to talk about something because you're a lovely lady and I felt you might be able to help me out with this, understanding this. You out there, you guys all know I love Cam Williams.
Yeah, Cam, Killer Cam.
Right,
yes.
okay.
You threw in the last name, I'm like,
Right.
I barely know their last names.
Two things I have to talk about. First of all, have you noticed this like speech affectation that she has? Like, it's a sort of like a weird pronunciation. It almost kind of sounds like Rihanna or something. Someone who is like maybe from the Bahamas or Barbados or something. So I'm like, so I'm giving her the benefit of the doubt and I'm looking it up. Like, where is Cam Williams from? She's probably from Barbados like Rihanna is or something like that. She's from Jersey. New Jersey. Yeah, but she has this weird affectation, so I want someone out there, this is not the part that you need to help me with. I want someone out there who has thought about this before, like has noticed this before, to put in the comments, send us a note.
Even her parents weren't like...
we gotta do a deeper dive. Let's do a deeper dive.
Let's do it.
The other thing, though, and this is really what I wanted to like, Cam is like 24 years old. What's up with the wigs?
Oh, what?
Okay, when I came up, if you wore wigs, it was because you were like an older lady and you had thinning hair or you had bad hair. Your hair was like nappy or something.
No,
what is it with why does she I'm not saying
Isn't it good for your hair to do that? Like
to
for
wear
your natural,
wigs?
For like your natural hair, especially because she's on the show. So like what is she gonna do? Like how's she gonna be able to keep up maybe with her like natural hair or whatever? So then therefore she's able to have it braided up and just use the wigs. And especially with those challenges and stuff, she probably just doesn't want to create damage to her hair.
All
That's
right.
what I would think. I think
Educated
she's
brother,
protecting
shoot.
her hair. I mean, and then I probably don't know as much as I should.
About like bad hair.
As we're asking. Well, no, I mean, obviously, we're a little different, but I have friends, and I do believe that probably is helping her protect her own natural hair. So when she gets done with the challenge, she can let it go. And
I was curious, man. A brother needed to be
she has some really beautiful
educated.
wigs. I think she has some great.
Well, she actually advertises. I think that's her whole thing. She's like, she's like, Cam is gonna have like a wig line soon or something like that.
She has some really.
And like her edges and shit be all laid.
They look great.
The black girls know what I'm talking about.
I love the one that's like kind of a bob and straight. So pretty. So.
All right, so tonight's episode, the Royal Rumble.
Royal Rumble. Let's get to it.
All right. Now, you know, initial observations. This episode kind of to me really it was like Jordan and Tori versus Paulie and Cara Maria.
Yeah, like it showed that there was definitely some stuff going on.
And here's the thing: I hate both couples.
I know.
I hate them both.
There's things not to like about all of them.
Yeah,
I think Tori, like, I still love Tori. She really hasn't done anything even this
Yeah, no, I like Tori.
Like, she's still, like, one of my faves. But the other ones, like, they can be annoying.
Jordan's a jerk. Paulie's, like, full of himself trying to peacock. But Paulie was saying
that he thought, like, they should work together and be, like, two big powerful couples. Like, because it's Cara and Jordan that don't like each other. They have
historically,
they don't like each other at all.
Now, I did like, because you rarely see this on the challenge, I did like how, like, you rarely see two of the female competitors comparing dick size by, like, wrestling, like Cara Maria and, like,
and Tori.
Yeah, that was that. I have to say that definitely caused an appearance by Jake Woodman in my trousers. Hey-o!
We don't need to know about that. TMI.
The other initial observation I had, hello, Leroy and Cam. That was a bolt out of the blue, because, like, you know, their stuff was...
I had seen some things on some Instagram where I was like,
okay, you be following behind the scenes.
Well, we got to if you're really...
I don't do that.
But yeah, I like it. They're kind of starting to talk again, and
to talk.
Leroy's funny though. He's always bringing the sex into it, like
he's always being all corny. Yeah, he's so fucking corny, dude. That's because
he just doesn't want to put his real feelings out there. He's always got to make a joke instead of really putting how he really feels.
Leroy's in his mid-30s. I mean, come on, man. Yeah, dude, come on. Grow up, like, learn, you know, like, because that stuff is corny to me. It's like, is this you trying to, like, make a good impression on Cam? I think he's out of his depth at the moment. Anyway, also, I thought it was very funny CT playing Cupid about that.
Oh god, CT was so cute how he came in there and was like trying to get him to talk, and then he's funny though how he's like, sometimes I want them together and then sometimes I don't, like maybe they could be good for each other, I don't know.
I mean, again, the continuing evolution of CT. Now, as the opening alluded, D also, like D trying to work out maybe a little bit out of her league, you know, like she, you know,
she's really into it though. She quit her job to come on this challenge.
Who, D?
Yeah, she said that.
All right, but she's still not in like tip top.
No, she's trying. Like, she's trying a little too hard.
Trying a little too hard. Had a little heat stroke, dehydration collapse. Man, I mean, wow.
They say that dehydration is rough. I mean,
we're actually, I'm going to talk about that in our post game report,
as we should.
So the daily challenge was called Under Siege, and it was like basically they're in this big cargo container, and each team has like a puzzle, it's like men against men and women against women, that they have to solve while the thing is like on some sort of like teeter-totter, like they're just falling all over the place.
Yeah, because it was taking it like pretty high on each side to make them basically like, you know, all fall down to this one end, and then it'd come back down, so they'd have like a few seconds to try to put the puzzle, and then the other side would come up, and then they'd fall back down. They said the balls were to keep them like from hurting each other.
Right. Josh, the only, to me, interesting thing about this challenge when Josh threw the ball at Turbo's head.
And his face. And Turbo
and Turbo, hey, don't throw a ball at me.
Turbo can handle it. Even Jordan was like, it's part of the game. Just keep going.
He's like, you know, I am play very bad dirty.
I can play dirty bad.
Yeah, I'm like Idris again, my whipping boy, also again a non-factor. Even CT like, called him out.
To him, he got lost.
Yeah,
like, so basically the guys go in first. They get 15 minutes max. Neither one of them can solve the puzzle. Then the girls, first the guys come out drenched sweat. The girls are scared of that.
Oh my god, yeah.
Then they can't get it done in their 15 minutes, so they gotta go to a sudden death.
Sudden death, where then most of the puzzle is already solved.
Yeah, they do 50%. Exactly. Yeah, it's like the professor giving you 50% of the test, like before you finish it.
So for a minute, I really thought the UK was going to pull it out because they have CT, the puzzle master.
That's right. And you know what? I think they would have. So of course the US wins. And you know why I think they did? Because they pulled up the UK side first. They pulled up the UK side of the container.
Wow.
And they all had to go down. So then the UK, once it started getting straight, had to run back to their puzzle, but the US was already at their puzzle.
Deaf die.
So that's what I thought.
All right.
I did. I was like, that was kind of unfair. It was like an unfair advantage or whatever that the U.S. doesn't need.
Yeah,
like,
right,
take the U.S. up first.
So UK loses again, and they're just standing up there, just like
Theo's sad.
Just like sad
Everybody
puppies.
sad.
Theo's like, we're not a team, we're like a disaster, or whatever he said. Like, but it was so funny. One thing, and that's the nature of the women and the men in this game. When the women were playing and like crashing into each other, they were like, "Oh my, I'm so sorry."
Trying so hard not to.
They're like, yeah, it's like it's so
the
crazy,
guys
dude.
are just like kicking each other's balls.
Right.
And like, who cares?
So the U.S. wins. They choose Josh as speaker, and then he chooses Ninja and Leroy.
Did seem like it was probably already discussed.
Yeah, right.
Like, must have already been.
So then we go to nominations. UK finally get.
Easiest meeting ever.
Because the dude, he should have been chosen like 9 shows ago.
How was
like,
he still surprised though? Idris.
He relatively took it in stride though.
That one right
but
there.
the whole thing, like the lion is back out of his cage. I'm like, dude, the lion has been in the cage, like neutered. With like a chastity belt on the whole season, dude. Like, yeah, I don't see a lion. I see a guy with all the trappings, all the muscles, and all the backstory who hasn't done jack shit in the show.
Maybe he comes back, he shows us he learned.
So then the USA has a decision to make, and so Josh basically wants to keep Idris around. He wants to put him up against...
Well, they all want to keep Idris, I thought. I think they all wanted to keep Idris.
Well, no, because
Ninja did, right? Because that's their numbers.
Well, no, because Theo, they know Theo's going to beat Idris. Everyone knows Theo's going to beat Idris. They were going
Josh
for...
and Rogan because they were their numbers, but Idris was also one of their numbers too.
Well, I think Leroy, it was more just about like taking big shots. He was like, we said we were going to go after the big players. Theo is one of their best. With Ninja Natalie, I think it was all about her friendships and alliances.
Yeah.
And with Josh, he was trying to go for keeping Idris around by putting him up against someone that maybe Idris will beat.
Absolutely,
right.
And he should have. And
right,
I
Rogan.
would have done Rogan though. They kept throwing in Josh. And then obviously Theo, and I was like, what about Rogan? He's one of the newest guys, and we don't know what he can do in an elimination.
Right.
I would have gone with Rogan, but...
So, in the interim, we see, of course, like, so that, we see Theo winding Polly up, getting Polly's, like, peacock feathers going.
Yes.
Which I thought was just fun for the show. It's good,
people,
Like,
I mean, there's certain people that you can stir their feathers super easy. So it's like an easy one to get going, Polly.
So before we go to the proving ground, I think we should take a second.
Oh gosh.
To check in with our sponsor.
Another sponsor.
We'll be right back. We're back, and thank you again to our sponsors, which, I don't know, we might have to talk to our advertising department, or maybe, I don't know, our executive producer, Chelsea Beaubois, maybe she can give us some answers. They seem a little dated, I don't know. Anyway,
I wasn't even born.
So in the proving ground, USA, like 2-1, they picked Theo to go against Idris.
Yes. But again, like we said, it should have been Rogan. I thought it should. And I thought, so Josh... I finally once agreed with Josh.
Yes. I actually gained a little respect for Josh calling out that like they're playing quote unquote Paulie's game.
Well, yeah, which I mean they were getting mad, and of course Jordan's going into that. But I'll say they're talking about you're playing Paulie's game. However, that's how it's always worked. If you've got the numbers, that's whose game that gets played. If Jordan had the numbers, they'd be playing Jordan's game, and you know that's the truth.
Yeah, that's a pretty fair point that I hadn't thought about. Yeah,
if Jordan had the numbers, he'd be running the show.
But I think I still believe there's a way to run the show without being all like, I'm running the show and I'm a bragger.
I don't think he's trying.
I'm number one. I'm the best player who's been here. And
Rogan was funny how Rogan was like, I'm the one that wanted Theo in, but I'll let them keep thinking it's Paulie.
Right.
So Rogan's trying to act like he's like the behind the scenes
it's fucking Svengali.
Interesting.
So the game is break free, and it's kind of like they have to swing on a rope, kick through this wall, this like whatever particle board wall or whatever, and like then solve this kind of Tetris block puzzle.
Yeah, once they get through the wall.
So
it's Idris versus Theo.
Yeah, Theo gets through the wall way quicker.
But Idris did get through the wall as Theo was first starting the puzzle. It's just that Theo was better, and I mean Idris couldn't even take direction.
Dude.
People were trying to tell him how to put the puzzle together, and he couldn't even follow.
He was like a chicken with his head cut off, dude. He was worse than like those knuckleheads on like those brain deads of Team Youngbuck trying to do puzzles, dude. Hunter, Nelson, and Corey. They're all dumb. Come on, they can't do a puzzle. Like, oh my god.
But I mean, when you got people literally telling you like that.
But there are too many people like yelling at the same time.
I get that.
So Theo wins, of course. Moving to it, you have to give it up. Like very impressive 3-0 in eliminations.
Nice 3-0. He's one of those.
And he's playing well in the regular elimination and the regular challenges too. So
and of course he stays with the UK.
He wasn't going to change. But now we both noticed.
Yes, if you watch the show regularly, you would have noticed that normally it ends after the elimination, and there were still like 15-20 minutes left, so we knew something was coming.
Right. So they got basically Jordan doing what Jordan does, talking smack.
Talking so much smack.
What is his problem, dude?
I don't know. He obviously is threatened and does not like Turbo. I think there's a little bit of threat. There's like a little bit of insecurity about it. I don't really know, but obviously.
Well, he's talking smack, talking about what Turbo.
And he was taking jabs at Cara. He kept taking jabs.
Right. But like, so then Ashley, looking to stir the pot a little bit, goes and
she does well.
Yes, very like, and usually I'm kind of like iffy on it. This time I was like, yeah, this is good, because Jordan's getting on my damn nerves.
But I'm just worried that it's not going to be Jordan because Turbo's the one who seems to not be able to
control his impulses.
Zach, though, I have to throw out one of the one-liners that you love. Zach during that time was like, he said Turbo's look in his eyes, he's only seen on the Discovery Channel from like the craziest predators ever. Yeah. I don't know where he comes up with this stuff, but he's pretty witty.
CT, like now when CT says that he's afraid of someone, I mean, wow,
dude. He really said he was scared, and I'm like, you used to be him.
Right, you used to, right. Can you, like I was saying to you before the show, can you imagine a challenge house where you have like a 24-year-old CT and Turbo in the same house?
I know. They've either been besties or been killing each other.
Right. It's powder keg versus TNT type shit.
Turbo got so mad about the mocking.
Here's the thing, though. Okay. I know Turbo definitely has some impulse control problems, but dude, here's why I love Turbo. Turbo is so about honor and real spit that he's like, bruh, fuck the game. The next time it's a men's day, me and you go in, period. I
get that he's ready just to go.
Dude, he's like, I don't care about the money, homie. It's not like that, homie. I'm better than you, homie. Turbo, you cannot get any higher honor from me than what I saw in this episode. Dude. Now, of course, Jordan's not going to do it. I don't even know if I would do it as much as I respect it, because strategically it's kind of...
you don't know if you're going to or not. It's
right.
Like a 50-50 chance of coming back.
But I got love for Turbo for
wanting to do it.
And one thing that Jordan said that I will admit to, even though I feel like Turbo killed it, as they said a few times in the toughest challenge ever, but he did not have to beat Jordan last season. And here's the thing.
Jordan says that.
I would love to see them face off, but I don't think it's a slam dunk that Turbo wins. It really depends on what the challenge is.
I think they'll go head to head.
If it's a headbanger, Turbo wins all day.
You think?
Oh, yeah, if it's a headbanger, oh, yeah, if it's like one of those that's CT, like one of those where you got to cross and like headbang, Turbo will blast him.
I don't know.
Although maybe Jordan will be so quick and agile that he won't get a chance
and Jordan can go pretty tough. I mean, we've seen him.
He's a lot smaller than Turbo.
I mean, maybe, but
and here's
it's
the
not
other
the strength. I've seen some of the smallest guys from back home crack jaws.
Yeah. Well, you know, and also if it goes cardio, like that's Jordan's game right there. So
let's get to.
So yeah, Jordan.
Your LVP, MVP.
Oh well, but so Jordan, you were gonna say Jordan. That when Turbo really got crazy is when Jordan imitated his walk.
Oh yes. I was gonna say
you don't imitate my walk.
So mad
about
about being mocked. I was like,
because Jordan's just it's like he's trying to turn the knife, dude. It's like, dude,
interesting. I think we're gonna have some disagreements.
I love it though. Dude, because again, Turbo, like I said last episode. How many people did it take to hold Turbo back?
Oh my God! So
that's when you know somebody is real business, dog. Yeah, dude.
There was like 6 guys on Turbo. I go, JD's gonna love this.
So what I want to do this week, instead of doing an MVP and an LVP for this episode, because last week was a halfway point, I'm gonna do MVP and LVP for the season thus far.
Okay.
I'll start it off. I'm gonna go for Theo.
As MVP?
Yeah, for the whole season so far.
Just because he's like won 3 eliminations?
Because he's won 3 eliminations and he's performed well in all the challenges. Like a kind of honorable mention to Beast Mode, as I'm calling her now, Jenny, who's my new favorite. I love Beast Mode, man.
I
love that girl. She's just staying in the weeds, man. When it comes to performance, watch her, dude. Watch Beast Mode.
She's obviously awesome.
Who do you have an MVP so far this season?
I mean, I was looking more along the lines of like playing the strategic.
Oh, okay. It can be on anything, by any metric.
I hate to say it, but like Polly Cara have been doing.
Wow, you went there.
It doesn't mean that it's like I'm liking them, but like obviously they're good competitors, and they like are obviously playing the mind game.
I'm gonna need to forget this beer. I'm gonna need a shot after hearing you say that, Jazz.
I know. It's because like the past few challenges has been like so team oriented that it's like hard to pinpoint like who's doing the best in the challenges. Yeah, and if you're going by elimination, like US hasn't been in, so we don't know who's been that great.
Good, yeah, all good points.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just kind of going with like strategy and stuff.
LVP for the season. I think for me it's a no-brainer. To me, the whole UK team. Boom. They suck taint. Okay, is what they do. Do you know what taint is?
Ew, like the...
don't say it.
Yeah, I can't say well,
Don't say it.
Oh, yeah, I do know that.
All right, that's how bad they are, the UK team. They're a literal embarrassment. I'm tired of saying it almost.
No. That's true. Like the UK as a team... For sure, like MVP, but I've got one that you're not gonna like very much because again, I'm going back to like your mind and your mental stability in the game.
Okay.
And Turbo to me is showing LVP because Turbo.
Wow, you are coming strong.
He can't handle the most petty shit that's going on right now. He's letting Jordan get to him in such a way that I'm nervous that he's gonna get kicked off.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna fight him.
I know.
He talks about go to elimination with me, but then however much later in the night, he's still going to Jordan and trying to fight him.
Yeah,
if all you want is to duke it out in the elimination, then fine, do that. But he is letting it get to him, and it's taking over like his emotions and his mindset.
Wow.
And he hasn't been necessarily the best. He did say in that container, I am tired. I can't do this.
Yeah,
and he's done it a couple of times in the challenges.
Wow,
so,
okay.
I mean, that,
you're really,
disappointing me.
All right.
Because he needs to let the shit with Jordan go and just prove himself time and time again in the challenges and all of that. So,
all right.
I know you are going to love that.
Final takeaways. I'll start it off. Do you have final takeaways?
I have a couple that are just,
oh, wow.
I have like like fun stuff, nothing major.
Okay.
One thing I love is anytime somebody is in, or that she thinks is going to be in elimination that she can't watch, Georgia, did you notice she brings like a sleeping mask to like cover her eyes? She can't even watch it. She's so nervous.
I did not see that. Oh
she
my God.
had like the sleeping mask to cover her eyes because she can't watch it, which I can get down with that because I can't watch my football game. When I'm watching my team,
Wow,
I
you
have
like
to
fast forward it.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So I'm like, this is hysterical. And then, you know, like, we don't know if we agree about this, but CT in one of the confessionals was looking a little bit more spelt and a little bit more thin. I took like a little.
They said they tape after they.
Dude, I did like a screenshot. I'm like, maybe he's gonna come back finally and be like smaller for us. Like, CT, did you do it? Did you get in shape? You're gonna be.
I'm gonna be a skeptic until I see it. So okay, my final takeaways. First final takeaway for me: Pauly versus Jordan. Straight up, I've decided. I've come down on where I'm gonna be on it. Pauly versus Jordan is just less compelling than Johnny versus Wes. I miss Johnny and Wes.
Well,
I miss the old guard.
That's true.
I do.
I think that's true though, because we don't really like those two. And I think with Johnny and Wes,
I don't like Johnny or Wes, but they're just
like
bigger
Wes.
characters. They're more interesting. They're more. They have more texture, or like, you know. Yeah.
I get it.
Anyway, other final takeaways. Jordan, I want to touch on this real briefly. Jordan briefly talking about the idea of getting thrown into elimination so he can win and then turncoat to the UK and then like Svengali the game for like something that I wouldn't even say you do. I just wanted to point out it was so decadent in its like hubris that like I don't
know all these words. Basically, Jordan was like, throw me in, let me beat Idris, and then I'm going to switch and go over to the UK. And then I'm going to be able to make the UK win a challenge. And then Tori's going to
like,
come over.
yeah, and we're going to...
Why do you think you're so big and bad that you could help the UK win a challenge by yourself?
So now this is a really important final takeaway for us. Because I'm throwing it out there, MTV, because I love this game. I love everything about it. I love the like drama and the head games, all of it, like what you should do, when's the right time. There needs to be a challenge for people like us, some older folks, right? Maybe who like
what are we gonna do? Like eating challenges?
Well, I came up with a few challenges. For people like us who drink, who smoke stuff, who like party down, who don't get enough sleep, who don't train or work out. Eat a bunch of fatty foods. So, I came up with a few challenges that it might have on this, because we're characters. I mean, you can see us like us and a bunch of our friends, like people just like us, a little more life experience. So some of the things I came up with, like these are challenges that they could have on this program. Up 3 steps.
3 steps? That is not fun to watch.
Eat a fat burger with bacon and cheese within 45 minutes. Which remote goes to which device? Tennis without scoring. Run to the fridge for more dip. Most accurate karaoke. And name that jar spaghetti sauce. These are just a few of the things that I think could really... another final takeaway, because and this is real about the show. Man, dude, I'm kind of saying now I really miss the days. Back in the day, before they knew what the challenge was, some fights would happen. Like, dudes would get socked in the jaw and, like, get sent home or whatever, right?
Real fights.
Real fights would jump off. Now they got, like, 9 security guards, like, within 5 feet. So shit can never happen, and dudes never want to get sent home. But, so here's what I'm advocating. And, like, maybe we can get Dana White from UFC in on this. Like, it could be a cross-promotion. I really think if they're guys who have legit beef and they can't fight on the show, let's have a whole separate show, Challenge Fight Club, dude. Challenge Fight Club. They get boxing gloves, they get headgear, 3-minute rounds or maybe 2-minute rounds, whatever they're up to, and let's have them do it. Huh?
Maybe. That could be fun.
Now,
Turbo and Jordan going head to head.
Yeah. Now, I mentioned that I was hearing some names for season 35. Now these of course are not guaranteed, but these are very solid, I'm hearing rumors. And we're just going to run through a few names. Obviously, some of the people that I saw are people we don't know yet, for some, or you might know some of them from some of these other lame shows like X on the Beach.
Oh, yeah, I watch all those.
Like some of those joints. Yeah, right. So I don't watch any of those. But some of the names I'm hearing are Anissa coming back.
Anissa's gonna come back.
Which I'm like, she sucked when she was young.
But now she's fun. She gets in it, and she's fun. And when she does good, it's exciting to watch her do good.
Kayla.
Oh, I can't
Kayla.
Kayla.
Jenna.
No.
Hubba.
Jenna. Then Zach has to come back, right?
I did not see Zach on the list.
What?
Beast Mode, my homegirl Beast Mode. Jenny, I'm hearing, is back. Nani's
gonna come back again.
D. This one you'll be very excited about. Maddie is back.
Maddie!
Yes.
She finally can come back after her DUI.
Tori Deal.
Okay.
Johnny Bananas is back.
Why?
Yes, because he's Johnny Bananas, goddammit. Jordan is back again. Of course,
and Tori's coming back.
Josh. Kyle.
Can we get some of the old people though? Like
I know.
Old, like
Well,
Darrell.
hold on, Bear. I know. I would love to see Darrell come back.
Darrell.
Rogan. Wes Bergman is back.
My boy. He better come back and he better do it right this time.
Some Team Young Buck representation. Nelson Johnson is back.
Nelson.
Now this is a big one. This is you talked about no Hunter. I did not see Hunter. I did hear rumors of Corey coming back.
Corey Wharton. He needs the money because he's having another kid.
CT is back.
CT, you better be
so then we'll see if you
win it. Oh.
Now this is the crazy one because this is another one kind of like what's her name who got kicked off the Loose Cannon Laurel. Tori, another true legend, Tori Hall, who was married to Brad. Remember Tori?
Oh.
Dark hair Tori.
Yeah, and then they broke up and then Brad got with Brittany.
Right.
Where's Brad and Brittany?
Yeah, let's see them come back.
Oh, man.
So those are some of the names we're hearing for next season, and of course we'll do our full-on scouting report specials leading into next season. So next week we get to see the continuation of Turbo going Turbo.
Yes.
Seeing if he hopefully he doesn't get kicked off because with him, like you said, he's starting to become his own kind of loose cannon.
It's getting in his head.
We also see Leroy, I think, getting into it with Nani, which
and they were friends.
Yeah,
so that's starting to crumble.
So we'll see what happens. We'll of course be back here with more action on your girlfriend's favorite challenge recap show
and boyfriends.
Bama, in the Butterverse. I want to thank our executive producer, Lisa Welch, our director producer, Ben Imperato. Yes. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Yes. And meet us here this time next week. Bam in the Butterverse. Kristi Ard, I've been JD Butter. We are out of here. Peace.
Love y'all. Bye.
Damn.
I want that to be the name of one of my things.
What? I read other articles?
No, articles, because my last name is Ard.
Oh.
Article.
Come on, man.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.